Karens are arrogant and demanding people who think they're above the law and sometimes even try to challenge cops.
You are violating my privacy.
But in some cases, that goes really bad for them. Today, we're going to look at moments when Karens messed with officers and ended up regretting it. This Karen took things even further. She tried to eat and leave without paying. It was April 4th, 2024, when the cops were called to deal with a woman who had ordered food and then refused to pay for it.
Okay, I had money in my account and now I don't.
Okay.
This happens to me all the time. My car broke down. You're like, you can see it.
Well, you need to pay your bill.
I know I'm gonna make money if I have my phone to make money.
Well, you need to pay your bill now.
Okay, you have to take me to jail.
She casually mentioned that her dad was a cop, which obviously had nothing to do with the situation. She was probably just hoping for some special treatment, but that didn't work out. Things got even weirder when the officers asked how she planned to pay.
I'm confused. How are you going to pay your bill with your phone?
I'm gonna ask people on Facebook to pay my bill. Morgan Wallen. He does do that.
All right, sit here and do it.
First, she said she'd pay for it herself. Then she claimed her Facebook friends would cover it. Next, she said she'd ask country singer Morgan Wallen to pay. And finally, she put the responsibility on her dad.
Your dad is not anywhere.
My mom can pay my bill. I went to her house to try to get it.
Okay, is your mom willing to come here and pay your bill right now?
Yes, if you call her.
Okay.
If you call her, she's not gonna believe me. She thinks I'm a psycho. She's stealing my kids from me. We can trauma bond all day long, but we're not gonna do that.
Now she wanted the officers to believe that even though her mom thought she was crazy and was trying to take her kids away, she'd still be willing to pay her bill. Yeah, not very convincing. The cops were about to give this Karen exactly what she deserved, and she must have realized it because her list of potential people to pay her bill just kept growing.
Larry will pay my bill.
Larry? Who's Larry?
Larry, my ex-boyfriend. All my ex-boyfriends are friends of mine. They'll pay my bill. They have jobs. But I need my phone to work, to call them, and my phone is dead. I can go to my house and charge it.
The story kept getting more and more ridiculous. Now she wanted to go home, charge her phone, and call her ex-boyfriend. In the end, she got arrested and charged with fraud over a pizza. Now, this Karen decides to stop her car in the middle of traffic like it's no big deal.
Are you pulling me over because I'm blocking traffic?
Yeah, sure. I'll go ahead and pull you over then. I'll have you pull into
I didn't mean that.
I'll have you pull over into the BP lot, okay?
I didn't mean that.
Hang tight.
The officer had to move her somewhere else to give her a ticket, but that was easier said than done.
Were you able to locate your insurance card?
My husband is sending it to me. May I ask what else you're pulling me over for?
Nothing, ma'am.
Okay, so then am I getting a citation?
Yes, ma'am.
Under Ohio State law, you can only pull me over for texting if there is another offense and give me a ticket.
Well, I've done this 20 years, and you're wrong. In the city...
I just looked at it.
Well,
Except for the city of Dublin.
She tried justifying herself, saying stopping in traffic wasn't illegal unless she was on her phone or had disrespected the officer. It took a lot of patience for him to explain that he had been on the job for 20 years, so yeah, he knew what he was doing. Karen still tried to weasel out of it, saying the officer was lucky she didn't have her pepper spray on her, or else she would have used it on him. But the funniest part was when she tried to claim that she was the one paying the officer's salary.
As a public employee, I am letting you know, as somebody who is a person who pays your salary. Sir, please.
No, I'm no longer going to listen to you. I'm no longer going to listen to you. I'm going to give you your driver's license back. What you are being cited with is texting while driving.
Great.
I gave you a copy of the law.
In the end, all she got was a ticket. This Karen picked a fight with a guy who was filming in front of a store, thinking the cops would take her side, but that didn't happen. She approached the guy as she walked out of the store, and even though her friend tried to stop her, she started insulting him.
Carry on with that. I hope you enjoy yourself. Hope you're having a wonderful day.
I hope you get sued.
You hope I get sued?
I do.
Sued for what?
For badgering.
At one point, another man tried to mess with the guy, claiming he was in his way with a camera in his face, but the guy hadn't even moved.
You feel like I'm harassing? Do you see this?
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
The cops were called, and the woman was feeling super confident, even arguing that the guy needed some kind of permit from the city to film in that area. But the cops didn't exactly react the way she expected. The officer quickly figured out what kind of person she was, and just turned around and walked away. This woman got detained at the airport and tried to turn it into a whole show, but the cops shut down her drama real quick.
Can I get a witness? I'm being manhandled by the police. There's like 8 police on me.
Relax, okay?
Stop.
There are cameras.
No, they're shutting me down to give a seat.
Do not reach for your purse, you understand?
The officers were all keeping their distance, but she kept screaming that they were coercing her just to get attention from people walking by.
They're searching my purse for no reason. They're searching my and now look and see what they're doing. They keep shoving me down. They're putting my hand on me for no reason.
Stop resisting, ma'am.
Get your hand off me.
You stop resisting.
Why am I sitting in a chair?
Oh, you're trying to get up.
In the end, none of that worked and she got arrested anyway. Meanwhile, an officer spotted a driver so buried in her phone that she didn't even notice him walking up to her window.
I'm watching you drive all the way up the street with your head buried in the phone. All the way up the street.
No, it was not.
She still tried to argue that the cop was mistaken, even though she was literally holding her phone when he stopped her. What this Karen didn't realize was that he had been following her for a while and had camera footage showing exactly what had happened.
Nothing else to do in your damn day, do ya?
I don't want to be killed by you, ma'am. Pull over into the BP lot. Just call me a douchebag.
So after she started cursing at the cop, he made her pull over, gave her a ticket, and made sure she got what she deserved. And then there was this Karen who decided to butt into the officer's business after seeing him trying to get into a building, only to be completely shut down when he told her he lived there.
I beeped at you, yeah, because you shouldn't be trying to break into buildings.
Break into buildings, I just showed you that I live here.
Okay, but before that, I didn't know that, did I?
Is it your business once again?
I live here,
not.
So it's safety of
It's
me
not.
and my building.
Well,
it
you see,
is.
I have my key right here.
Okay.
And you're being recorded too.
Unfortunately for her, the cop had been filming everything from the start and ended up giving her a ticket.
Like I said, you'll be on your citation.
I'm not getting a citation.
Oh, you are. You are.
No, I'm not. I'll fight it tooth and nail.
Right, you still get one.
She definitely ruined any chance of having a good relationship with her neighbor. Now the next time they see each other, it'll be in court. Now this Karen turned a simple argument into a huge problem.
You are violating my privacy.
It all started when the cops were called to a house over a family dispute. The officer arrived and tried to talk to the person inside.
You have to unlock the door.
I'm here. Open the door, please.
He's
That's fine.
not.
I'm not coming in.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Keep the door open.
No, I'll shut the door.
No, this is not an option. I'm gonna stay right here, as I'll respect that.
My mom said she'll be right back. That means you work for us, sir. I called you.
Appreciate that.
Okay, so can you put
No.
your foot? You are violating my privacy. I need to shut the door.
Do you understand I'm here because you called?
I called.
So you made me your business, okay?
Yeah,
And
well,
all I
then they
wanna
hung
do-
up on me, so...
Listen, that wasn't me. Don't take that out on me.
This Karen was so crazy that she was the one who called the cops, and now she wanted them to leave. She started claiming that since she paid their salaries, they had to obey her, which made absolutely no sense. After a lot of arguing, the woman's son finally decided to step outside and talk to the officer away from his mom.
I called the cops because she was being really disrespectful. I threw away her bacon and I told her to leave. And then I got really upset. I picked up the tote, I dropped the tote, and then I went into my room. And yeah, she went outside and called the police.
Is this normal?
Unfortunately, it is.
The cops, staying patient, listened to the whole story and made sure nobody was in danger. The case was closed without any major issues, but it was yet another call proving how disrespectful Karens can be. In this case, an officer had to literally break through a barrier between him and a Karen. And yes, the barrier was the car window. The woman had driven the wrong way down the road and wasn't wearing her seatbelt, so the cops pulled her over, but she definitely wasn't in the mood to cooperate.
Ma'am, I'm not gonna ask you again. Okay, well, I'm a police officer. You went the wrong way down a one-way street. You don't have a seatbelt on. I'm allowed under federal case law to remove you from the vehicle and have you have your seat in my car.
I just got off work.
Ma'am, I'm gonna ask you very nicely to step out of the vehicle, please. Okay, I'm going to break your window and drag you out of the car.
She kept refusing to hand over her documents, ignoring the officer's repeated requests. And well, we all know what happens next.
Thank you.
The window was smashed, she was dragged out of the car, and she got arrested. Just another Karen who thought she could challenge the law and failed miserably. Just like this other woman who thought it was a good idea to attack two people, and then the cop who showed up. On January 19th, 2024, an officer was sent to respond to an assault in a busy area of Florida. What he didn't expect was that he'd end up being the victim of the attack himself.
Alright. Here. Hey, look, I got her. Harley, let me get her. Can I get her? Stop. I got you. Here. Take these off. Here. Look, I got it. Here. Presley, I got it. Here. Let me hold her. Here. Harley. Here.
Luckily, another man at the scene stepped in to help the officer before things got worse. Within minutes, more patrol cars arrived and the attacker was cuffed, but that Karen had no intention of cooperating.
Why are you getting off of me? I'll hit by you, mother. I'll you. Get off of me. I'll you, mother.
Apparently, alcohol was a factor here, since one of her friends admitted she had been drinking a lot. But once she was in the patrol car, she just kept making things worse for herself.
I should pee on your squad car, you. I am literally the prettiest girl in Charlotte County, and like, no, I don't deserve this. My bra is hanging out, like, this is disgusting. This is sickening. I don't deserve this shit.
She even threatened to pee in the cop car and started bragging about how rich and beautiful she was. By the time they got to the station, the officers had to do everything they could to keep her under control.
Please, don't touch me. Please don't touch me. Please don't touch me.
No, you get out now. Get out.
Okay, don't
Get out.
hurt me, please.
With a spit hood placed over her head to prevent more attacks and spitting, things finally settled down. Her charges: assaulting an officer, violently resisting arrest, threatening public officials, and disorderly intoxication. But what this Karen did even left the cops speechless. During a routine call, what started as a simple police response quickly turned into a tense argument about prejudice and discrimination.
So tell me, why are you saying you hate black people and then why black police are black? So you don't want to be attended by black police?
I hate the black people, the barbarics.
Yeah, now...
I hate the barbaric black people.
So now if you are being attended by black police...
Are you also a barbaric?
Yeah, but don't say you hate black police.
I hate black barbaric people.
The officer tried to make sense of the situation, pointing out that they themselves were black and were there to help her. But she just kept up with her hateful attitude. He stayed calm and explained how wrong she was, but the woman doubled down on her opinions.
The black barbaric people.
I understand.
The people that's black, that's barbaric.
Yeah, don't use the words black.
Yeah, but because they are black, are they white?
All the suspects are mixed. It can be a colored dog, can be white, your dog can be Indian.
It's mostly black people running around here stealing and killing.
So if these black people, why didn't see them when they killed your dog?
Because they're dark in the night, you can't see them.
The black people.
Yeah.
That's when the officer called her out. If she thought black people were so bad, then why did she want a cop to solve her problem? With no real answer, she hesitated, realizing how little sense her logic actually made. She definitely deserved worse, but that day, she just got completely shut down by the officer. But Karens aren't just a problem on land, they're even causing chaos in the air.
No, you know that.
Like on this flight, where a passenger refused to follow airline rules and ended up causing a huge mess. The trouble started when Adelaide refused to wear her mask properly.
I live in America, and that's what fucking America's about.
Calm down.
No, you know
Listen
that.
to me. Grab your bag.
You know that. You know that.
The crew tried to reason with her, but she kept arguing, claiming she had the right to express herself. That's when the cops were called.
At this point, here's what's happening. They're going to deplane the aircraft. I'm going to take you off the
That
plane.
was already happening. Don't.
And you're going to jail, just so you
that
know.
was already happening.
It won't happen if you get up and walk out with me right now.
Yeah.
But if you're not going to...
Right now, they're going to deplane. As soon as they deplane, you're going to jail, okay? If you do not get up. That's how it's going to work.
Do you see how that's a threatening system?
That's the way it is, man.
Not cool.
Are you
I
gonna-
want to trust you. You want to trust me? That's not healing. We're not healing.
Her behavior delayed the flight, frustrating all the other passengers. Things only got worse when Adelaide started yelling and questioning the officer's authority. The situation escalated so much that the passengers had to deplane, and in the end, she got arrested.
We didn't have time to deplane.
Doing that. See, you lied right there, man. You said if I got up.
Stop.
No. Why would I stop when you lie to me? How is anyone gonna stop anything when you lie to them?
You had your chance, ma'am.
I had my chance. You didn't even give me a chance. I looked at you in your eyes and I knew you were lying to me. No, no.
At the end of the day, this Karen's stubbornness only got her a trip to jail and a record at the local police station. Now, a simple store policy turned into a full-blown spectacle when a Karen refused to follow the rules and ended up attracting police attention. It all went down at a Nordstrom rack, where a customer named Carabelle was approached by security for not wearing a mask. But instead of just putting it on, she took the argument in a completely ridiculous direction.
Well, you know what? It kind of seems like it's a racist thing when the black woman doesn't have a mask on, but she comes after the white one. That's the only difference.
So that's something where you would file a complaint with Nordstrom Rack.
Okay, but I also want to file a complaint with you for her assaulting me.
Okay, and she also wants to file assault charges against you.
Okay.
Getting more and more agitated, Carabelle started accusing the officers of lying and even refused to give them her ID.
Making the situation worse.
No, you are, by not following the law. First of all, I don't have to identify myself.
Yes, you do.
Actually, I don't. It's called common law. You should read up on it. I do not, okay? So we both know that I don't. I am a woman of God. This is my right as much as it is yours. This is my land as much as it is yours. I did not sign up for this. I am a Christian woman of God, and you are not going to put your disgusting rules on me that are false and not true. I will not have it. Do you understand that?
Even with all her resistance, the cops stayed calm and followed protocol. What could have been resolved in minutes turned into a full-blown drama, all because this Karen refused to follow a basic store rule. In the end, she was arrested for obstruction of justice. But it's not just Karens who act crazy. They've got their male counterparts too, the Kens. Our next case involves a classic Ken who got pulled over by a cop and immediately started acting aggressive.
I'm waiting for your boss to call me. F off and get in your car. You're a little bitch. Give me my ticket and go f yourself, goofball. F you. F off, you bitch.
After going off on the officer, the guy suddenly hit the gas and took off. But the cops weren't about to let that slide. They chased him down, and when they finally caught up, things escalated even more.
In 5... got his gun on me now. The RCMP officer has his gun on me now. Listen to him. He's hitting my truck now. He's breaking my window. Holy get him over here. Assaulting a police officer. Get him over here. Holy help me. Help me. I won't.
Send somebody now, please. He's got a gun on my husband.
He's tripping balls. Hurry up.
Someone now.
Help me. Help me.
But in the end, all that drama was for nothing. Ken got arrested and learned the hard way that disrespecting authority and acting like a tough guy never ends well. Another guy who thought he was being smart but ended up paying the price was this Ken. This happened in Miami, Florida, when Kevin Parker was driving around without a care in the world until he made a huge mistake.
That was pretty stupid, wasn't it?
What's up?
Flashing your lights at everybody to let them know that law enforcement was sitting there running radar.
Is that what I did? Is that a crime?
Yeah.
It is? I didn't know that.
You got your license registration proof?
Kevin decided to flash his headlights to warn other drivers about a speed trap up ahead, but he had no idea what was coming next.
And I could take you to jail today for your unsigned registration card, but I just wrote you a citation for that. That's actually up to 6 months in jail. You think it's funny, sir?
I'll take the ticket, sir.
I know, but do you think this is funny?
I'm allowed to laugh. I can laugh all I want.
Go ahead and step out here, sir. Sir, I'm asking you to step out the...
Am I being detained?
Yes, sir, you are. Step out of the vehicle.
Are you serious?
Place your hands behind your back for me.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir. Place your hands behind your back for me.
Oh, man, you're serious, brother.
At first, he was even smiling like he was mocking the cop, but the second he realized the situation was serious, his whole attitude changed. By then, there was no way out. This Ken got cuffed and completely humiliated in public, all because of a dumb prank. In the end, the cop let Kevin go, but the ticket stayed. Now they'd be seeing each other again, this time in court. But this next Ken isn't just some random guy. He's actually a big-time politician in Florida. His name is Martin Hyde, and instead of setting a good example, he tried to use his power to intimidate a cop.
Go right ahead, sir. Can I see your license? Right? Yes, sir, I do. Can I see your license, registration, insurance, please?
You can do this?
Yes, sir.
It all started when Hyde got pulled over for speeding and using his phone while driving, but instead of just taking the ticket, he thought he could get out of it just because he's an important person.
I'm asking you if you have your registration.
You're making career decisions.
Okay, sir. Sir, because you were speeding and you were texting. Alright.
Hyde wasn't happy about being treated like any other driver. He kept questioning the officer and even tried to use his status to dodge the ticket, going as far as demanding to speak to her supervisor. Officer Julia Beskin stayed calm and followed protocol by the book. Things didn't end well for our Ken. The video of the traffic stop went viral and people weren't impressed. Hyde was forced to issue a public apology, but by then the damage was done. His political campaign crashed and burned, and he lost the election.